So today I am at Davis Penn Air in Trelawny, where the Prime Minister will be handing over some. Right, so he will be launching the Western Resilience Water Project and groundbreaking ceremony of phase one right here in Davis Penn, Trelawny. As you can see, a lot of stakeholders are here. We have nationwide and yes, as you can see, the different stakeholders here, guys. This is the tent. Who is that? Hi, hi, Rissel. So, different media houses are here. Just about everybody, you name it. Member of Parliament for Falmouth area. Just about. Look at it. Good evening. Look around, guys. Yes, you know me always have to get content. How are you? Hi, Mr. Lucky. I'm good, I'm good. So you're not a bunny?
Them know me.
Hey. Whimsy.
Dave, you know, answer the question. May I be a May I miss you, Stan?
We were invited by the chairman.
By the chairman.
Yeah. Guys, this is the type of cheers. I'm live.
Right the first time.
Hi, nurse.
Venetia Blow, Salt Marsh Primary and Infant, Venetia Brown Board. Yes, Salt Marsh Primary and Infant. That's my school.
Your name is Jacqueline Houston, Salt Marsh Primary teacher. Yes, yes.
And from the school too.
Yes. 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 Get program. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. So guys, big things are going on right here in the school's neighborhood, adjoining community. Who? What do you mean? What do you mean what may I do here? Yeah? Yeah. I was invited by the
Like,
board chair
come
as a
on.
member of the board,
Board.
Salt Marsh Primary
Cool
and
right now.
Infant School.
Remember this thing personal, so
Okay.
you have big voice, like myself.
Yes.
Not true.
Yeah, you're good though.
Yes, we good.
All
We're
right.
going up. Should I sit down?
Yeah. Where Miss Brown there? All right, later. We came together. Miss Daisy. Hi. Hi.
Oh, you
So
want
guys,
that song, sexy song? Why are you in here?
you know, so the older you get, you have
Right,
to look that
and
way.
you're the
Yeah.
candid ones. So
Exactly.
enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kara, where we are sit
Last week
down?
we were Michelle, the young man then. Last week we were Michelle Spears, what is it? Yeah, go on to you, I'm freaking young.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. Hi.
I'm very good.
Where should
People who know this better than me. But I'll try and help.
principals and teacher. Yes. Yes.
Back to school, right, went down the road and then come back.
Here. Oh, okay. No problem.
I want to go.
Any side. You lead, I follow.
They're switching it round.
Hi, Mr. Brown. Oh, cheer. I see it. Oh, no, easy, you know, out of order. But what are you doing here? Yes. Would not pay attention, you know. We were invited
Did you make it back?
by the board chairman.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Okay,
Tada.
alright. We're at the fence. This thing's done on myself. No, not yet.
A true not top man.
Alright.
A special invitation we get, you know.
Alright. Yes. He's actually incentive event now, so they must capture everything so you and him can watch it later.
Lord Jesus, it's too bad. True sister. So we are here awaiting the Prime Minister's arrival and the other dignitaries.
Dear principal, we love the principal. Have one long list of soccer school in a make sure you treat her well enough. She don't come yesterday. Take care of her. Told me that she come in. She come in. Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to be here, Parasol. Just here for the work, you know.
But a true self-care. That is true.
remember we have the most roads.
Look at the chairs. Special chairs.
Yes, I am. The way.
This one come and walk around nickel.
What it is around your side.
Bro, this should come. This one on it. Play your fast.
Yeah.
Where is it now? Which day or?
So, yes, ma'am. Look here, I was just telling your mother, that the older you get, is the younger.
And we shine like
And we
diamonds.
shine. Yes.
Go on, look.
Yes. Walk around with the people them so I
If you
go
don't
on.
show, I like.
Because they can't come in also. Yes.
We have to definitely through our eyes.
Yes. All right. So guys, let me show you what is happening here. A big something that go on, people. Big something, big lunch. A go on. So you see this community. In this community, a lot of students travel every day to the school, and one of the greatest problem is water. As you can see, so they're going to erect watershed right here. So you see the cutlass. When I say cutlass, you see the shovel. Yes, so the Prime Minister and his team, they will be digging. And big things are going on. All the different members of parliament, councillors, and everybody out here. But the lady out there, a special invitation me and the principal get, And the lady, I said, what am I doing here? Me never take up myself like that and come. Special invitation. The chairman said, make sure you capture everything because he's going to rewatch the live later because he'll be a bit late. He's all the way in St. Elizabeth. So it's nationwide there. One thing I like is have a bowl of food and water. So they have different routes all over the place. A lot of security. Whole heap of things are going on. It's a good look. It's a good look, guys. So September morning, the children, then when they come, they will be smelling fresher. Yeah, man, this is where we have our sports day every year. Davis Come on. And this is the football field also. So so they have football matches here. So whole heap of stakeholders here today. We have to register right there. See food party here, I wonder if we can get food. You see people? Food part. There. RGR is here. See? Come on. Oh, and we have Marlene Stevenson Dolly. She will be the MC, so me are going, guys. Just when I show no all.
Prime Minister is on the way and will be here shortly.
Sorry.
And the persons who are outside of the tent, I invite you to take up your seats at this time.
So I'm going to take back my seat.
We'll advise in short order of our start time. Thank you so much for your patience. We'll be back in just a little bit, all right? Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. I went and looked at the food court.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got nationwide content?
Yeah. You're welcome, sis. Yes, self-care. Yeah, man, media houses are here. Big things.
So me always have something you can't open it.
Maybe try to help myself.
We are there by yourself, you help yourself. We are there and you don't need help.
Thank you. All right.
Realize I'm just this
We
man.
need one power bank.
This time gonna work for me.
You take a picture? Wait. Hold this up and fix the year. Yeah, nationwide this year. Hold it. Fix the year.
Renting car. Who's this some car? Okay. Oh, they are the big guys.
Yeah, they should be here.
Like a Nikila with me. Especially the boys. Because when they come to me, okay.
But they live in the community. They could come down, you know.
Yes.
Who name is Buffy? Who name is Who name is Buffy? No feet. It's supposed to be Miss Nuffy. It's supposed to be Miss Nuffy. The meteorologists are here, guys. Meteorologists from TPJ. See them there? When Evan Thompson. Yeah. You can see so the man then beard, you don't realize.
Listen, the man them clean.
Clean and smell
So
good.
at least people that our children must see.
Yeah.
Instead of the people them with the cup, with the yellow liquid.
Look here, me nah go back down way. Me nah go back down where she there. Out order, she out order.
I'm gonna get trouble.
Me nah go back round with them there. They don't work my time. So the Prime Minister is on his way.
His doctorate.
Let's see. So,
24.8 billion initiative aimed at addressing water scarcity issues in Western Jamaica, particularly in the Tarrant.
yeah man, big him up, big him up. But you weren't thinking. Yeah. This is just a breath of fresh air. I never knew say this could have happened in another little community. You know? Oh, yes, yeah. Good there.
Just give me an idea. Only the problem is they get tent is it's expensive to rent.
Yeah.
But if you get people like somebody sponsoring like Ascend or so.
Yeah, we're gonna get the flooring too.
Yeah man, they do everything.
Oh, there's a new place up by Rock, you know. When we
Yeah man,
look
also the gas station for
the new car wash.
car wash.
Yeah, them do production.
Something.
Yes.
But yeah, I have Ascend too.
Okay.
Ascend, it's the owner of Ascend living on a scheme.
Oh.
Same scheme as me. See him yesterday morning too.
Okay.
And him rock too. And I've known him before, you know what I'm saying. I'm not sure who has the P3 thing, P something.
The guy, I went over there to wash my car and I see the truck come in with the P3. So over there so you can check them.
I think they live in Manor, you know. It's one of the stone books the person lives.
Oh. Michael, now I hear you. Oh, Michael, hi Michael. I'm my brother-in-law. The Prime Minister is working. What do you think of JPS not renewing the next 2 years? Me happy. Well, let's see. It depends on what the other company brings. It depends on what the other company brings. Self-care. If their light is cheaper, if it is cheaper, well, I'm going the cheaper way. And if they can give us better service, they'll take the better service. you're too ready. Eh?
It's already fit me. The sunshine looks so nice.
Miss Earl, big in the thing, you know.
Yeah, man. So I was parish manager of Paris County for years.
Okay.
I'm secretary. Secretary manager of Parish County. Full on.
I'm
I'm
wondering
saying
if the train is going to take.
she retired from Trelawny, but I think she
Yeah.
started in CG.
Okay. Self-care, I have no idea. We just have to wait and see because my light bill we used to come to 4,000 something. At 6,000 had it there now. Remember say I'm not at home most days. I just in the evening.
And I'm hardly ever home and my light bill is
Yeah.
17,000 dollars.
Yeah. So something alright. So
And my AC has been out for the last year.
right. So if the government happy, if you hold them off and see what changes,
They make, right?
you know, the other
exploiting.
companies can make.
Yeah, they're exploiting us
Yeah.
as Jamaicans.
Yeah. I pay exploit, JP is exploiting. So, it might have been a new company.
No, because even if they reissue the license, it would be good to have
Another.
competitor.
Yeah.
Yes, because when they have competitors, you know, that
They
is
do
when
better.
They do better.
Yeah.
That's why they do that.
Oh, what a lady her name again?
Which one?
She always, oh, yes. Yeah.
When I remember her time, you know, she's a lecturer at uni.
Yeah, but she always come on all angles.
Right.
People, all angles is here too.
Who is in the mood for a nationwide?
You know,
Is Cliff?
no one no cliff.
Okay.
I don't know them people there. Yeah man, like Bill has suck everybody. Competition is good for you, trust me. Just like how we have Digicel and
I'm
Flow.
looking forward to going solar. Because I think it's better to borrow and buy the
But
solar system.
Solar is good, but the installation takes a lot of money.
Yeah, but I mean, the amount of money that you would be paying every month. Well, for me, it will work better for me. Because paying almost $20,000 every month for electricity bill, that can pay for the loan for to get the solar thingy.
So guys, there is Matthew Samuda. But like how they have on the yellow.
The yellow is pretty.
They not come in a green up, it look nice. It's like it is not really politicized. I like, yeah. I like how them put on the yellow. Yeah. And the MP have on white. I like that. Hi. Hi, Pastor. That.
You know, I haven't seen no real pass a picture.
Oh, sometimes I see him on TikTok.
I haven't seen him in such a long.
Like somebody.
It's the other day, it's about 2 weeks ago, I saw somebody post a picture with him.
So true, yeah.
It's like for me, we have to wait for you, you go wait for
Oh. Let me see how much percent to me then. Oh, me have enough man, me have enough juice. Me have enough juice. Oh, you could have charged in a my class.
Never remember one thing about him, is because remember
Yeah.
just come and put it down.
This is a big production.
See, when you're not a phone lover.
Yeah, a big production this, you know. Huge production.
Good afternoon.
The tourism minister is here.
Silver Rafford 0226.
You know something? I think the man did fatter than that. The Minister of Tourism. He looks slim
Yeah.
in real
Yeah.
in real life.
Sitting for round 4. 0, 2, 2, 6. GK, can you move, please?
I don't know what talk.
Stop.
Hey
Good
people,
afternoon,
good afternoon.
ladies and
Who?
gentlemen.
What
Round 4,
talk?
0, 2, 2, 6. GK, can you move, please?
Dr. Chang come. Say no, say Prime Minister then here. People who might see me on TV tonight.
See Dr. Chan.
Yeah, that's why I say Prime Minister probably then here.
Remember I said it was on his way, so and everybody was sitting now.
So why them people there up there so stand up? No other YouTuber not around the place here. Remember?
I don't see anybody.
No, what may I say like in Salt Marsh, Davis Pen and this. Tell me that's them. Oh,
It's just the kids who do like shadowing and
oh,
I don't know if Giant is still doing it.
oh.
And sometimes they're not aware of these things, you know, because they sit at home on the internet all the time.
Yeah.
And they don't, it's not like they surf and try to find events happening in and around them.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too. I don't know, some people, the back full, you know. The thing is this, the persons in the blue, they seat you. So the back is filled up. So I guess the seats at the front are for special guests. I'm right in the middle. This is not mixed up, so them are go boring, no interest.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please take your seats? Those persons who are standing, we invite you to take a seat. Let's allow our Deputy Prime Minister to complete his pleasantries, and we'll be starting.
The Prime Minister from here already?
Near the vehicle.
Oh,
Near the sirens.
alright, helicopter.
There's one on the helicopter. I have ever close to that.
Oh,
He's driving, man.
okay.
He's driving. No, the dust.
You notice how the chairs are filled up now?
Ladies and gentlemen,
maybe like that all the time.
It is said that great things are done by a series of small things brought together. And I believe today we're here for a great thing, a big deal. Yes. Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Matthew Samuda, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, other Cabinet Ministers, Mr. Over Hamilton, Member of Parliament, North Trelawny, other members of Parliament that are with us this afternoon, Mr. Antoine Simenel, Deputy Head of Mission, French Embassy in Jamaica, Mr. Aniceto Rodriguez Ruiz, Head of Cooperation and Delegation of the European Union to Jamaica, Belize, and the Bahamas, Mrs. Arlene Williams, our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, His Worship, Mayor of Falmouth, Councillor Colin Gager,
Hi, how are you?
other mayors present, Bishop the Honourable Conrad Pitkin, Custos Rotolorum, Parish of St. James, councillors of our various municipalities or municipal authorities, chairman and other members of the Board of Commissioners, and of the management and staff of the National Water Commission,
Welcome.
heads of agencies and other senior personnel from the various ministries and regulatory authorities, Mr. Timothy Delabar, country manager, and other representatives of contractor Vinci Construction, Reverend Sheldon Ashman of the Hanover Ministers Fraternal, private and public sector leaders and development partners, members of the media, residents of Trelawny and other Western parishes who will benefit from this project, other distinguished guests, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And a good afternoon it is. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to have the honors of taking us through the program this afternoon. I believe it's such an important activity to mark the start of a transformative project that is so important, not just to Western Jamaica, but certainly all of Jamaica. And so it is my pleasure, and I'm happy to have you, and I invite you at this time to be upstanding for our national anthem. Mr. Music. If you do not play, then I'll have to sing, and I'm not a good singer. I don't have a good singing voice.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil cause. Be our light through countless hearts. To our leaders, great defenders, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Sir, response to duty's call. Strengthen us the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge send us heavenly come from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
Sounded so beautiful. Thank you so much. We have our own choir this afternoon singing such a beautiful national anthem. Allow me at this time to invite Reverend Sheldon Ashman, who is the pastor of the Mount Moriah Circuit of Baptist Churches, all the way in Hanover, to bless us at this time. Reverend Ashman, please make him welcome.
I invite us, wherever you are, to bow your heads and your hearts as we look to God in prayer. We praise you, O Lord our God, creator of heaven and earth and sea and sky and all that is in it. We acknowledge your sovereignty over our lives. We acknowledge that it is in you that we live and move and have our existence, that without you we are nothing. We've come in your presence, Lord, grateful for the opportunity that you have given to us. We praise you for the gifts, the many gifts that you have bestowed upon us. The gift of life, health, strength. We thank you for the gift of this beautiful nation, Jamaica, land we love. We thank you that it has been designated as a land of wood and water. And in a very special way, we thank you for that aspect of water for which we are gathered here today. As we seek, Lord, to launch and to break ground for the Western Resilience Water Project. We thank you for the visionaries and the conceptualizers. We thank you, Lord, for this particular project and for those who will be beneficiaries of this project. We pray, Lord, that those who will have responsibility for its execution, that you will grant unto them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Grant leadership to those who will spearhead this project, so that it will be completed within budget, on time, and to the benefit of all those who will benefit from it. So we commit and commend this function into your hands. Pray that you will have your own way. May all that we do and say bring glory and honor to you, we pray, through Jesus Christ, our Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
And we all endorse the words of that prayer by saying,
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Pastor. The Western Resilience Water Project launch and groundbreaking ceremony. That's why we're here this afternoon. The chairman has the honor of bringing a special welcome. And so I'd like to bring him to the lectern at this time. He's Mr. Michael Shaw, chairman of the National Water Commission. A round of applause.
You have to pay close attention because I'm soft-spoken. So, I'm going to crave your indulgence, given the time, to say the protocol observed. I believe we may have missed on the Honorable Edmund Bartlett, but take the time to join us today. We appreciate you, sir. So, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the National Water Commission, it is my distinct honor and privilege, as a matter of fact, to welcome you to this landmark occasion. But I'm not going to rule out the elephant in the room, which is this bright yellow shirt. I couldn't get past my daughter with it today. And she said, well, it is the dawn of a new day in water. hence the yellow. I was hoping that Minister Bartlett caught one, but I think he got away with it. We're especially grateful for the presence of all of you here today. It shows that you have this dedication to this cause. So I want to say a special welcome to all of our partners that have turned up today. All the folks who have made it out to come and celebrate this real transformative chapter in Jamaica's history. This is a multi-billion-dollar project that will change Jamaica forever. From the crops in the field, to the hotels on the coastline, to the households, and the regular Jamaicans who struggle with water. Today I say to you, this is going to be amazing. We take the opportunity as well as the premier water service provider in Jamaica. This will distribute nearly 190 million gallons of portable water to improve a multitude of our economy straight across this entire corridor. This massive multi-phase Western Resilience Water Project will not only modernize and transform much of our infrastructure in Western parishes, but will add some 35 million additional water capacity island-wide. This in total is about 18% increase. Hence, this is not merely a groundbreaking we are doing today. It is a bold investment in health. It's a bold investment in tourism, in commerce. Water, as you know, is the foundation of all progress. Don't take this thing lightly. This project spans over 100 kilometers of pipeline network and further strengthens the NWC's effort to interconnect communities, service corridors from Negril Point in the west right across the island to the borders of St. Mary and Portland in the east. These interconnections have positioned NWC to respond swiftly, efficiently, and reliably to Jamaicans and to their needs. In spite of the ravages of where we live in the Caribbean, we continue to work hard to strengthen our structures. Indeed, the Western Resilience Water Project will be the greatest contributor to achievement of NWC's strategic objective that we will continue to work with throughout this year. It will increase customer satisfaction and public image, increase our operational efficiencies and service reliability, improve coverage, revenues, which is my baby, cash flow. It will improve staff and institutional capacity. As chairman, I wish to commend the teams, the technical team, the operational team, the administrative team, the minister who will lose sleep every night as we call him to ensure that this continues, all of our partners, or the project operators. We want to say to you, thanks. We are holding you accountable for the deliverables. To our investors out there, I want to encourage them to start to write the checks, because this is going to happen. This is going to happen. It is going to bring water, well-needed communities, so you can start to build the hotels, you can start to build the cafes, you can start to build the restaurants along the corridor. You are going to get water. So today, we break ground, not just an infrastructure, but an opportunity, a resilience, and a future for a better Jamaica. Welcome once again, and thank you for sharing this momentous occasion with us. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And may I have another round of applause for him? Multi-billion dollars that will change Jamaica forever. That is a very bold statement. And we look forward to everything coming to fruition. show. At this time, we have a video presentation highlighting the overview of the project. Please turn your attentions to the screens.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. That's why the government of Jamaica, through the NWC and the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, MEDJC, is taking steps to ensure that substantial parts of Western Jamaica will be water resilient to meet not only immediate but long-term demand. This will be done through the Western Resilience Water Project, a revolutionary, groundbreaking water investment initiative that will yield life-changing positive benefits for current and future generations. The focus of the project is to boost reliability and consistency in water supply along the Western Parishes Corridor, which is the project area. The geographical location of the project area, it runs from the Roaring River in Westmoreland on the western section to the Bogue Water Treatment Plant in St. Anne in the northeastern area of the island. Vinci Construction Grant Projects is the contractor for the project, and Timothy Delaware is Vinci's country manager.
So, the Western Water Resilience Project is a combination of different types of work that are aimed at improving the water system in the northwestern parishes of Jamaica, that being Trelawny, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. It is composed of three phases at the moment. One pipeline phase, one expansion of the water treatment capacity at 2 treatment plants, and a third one adding another treatment plant and another pipeline. All of that to improve production and the transmission and the distribution of potable water for those 4 parishes.
The overall budget for the project is approximately $67.5 billion. The budget for phase 1 is approximately $28 billion.
The pipeline phase is a 3-year component. We intend to start with the detailed designs and site investigations as early as August, and that will go for a duration of 3 to 4 months. We expect the first batch of pipeline, they're manufactured abroad. And so we will bring them in hopefully before the end of the year, and the pipeline work will start at different locations, starting at the end of this year, going for the next 2.5 years after that.
The Western Resilience Water Project is a strategic investment in the future that takes into account climatological events. State-of-the-art technology is a crucial component of the project.
The project will bring in new ductile iron pipes, which are known for their longevity, their resistance to corrosion, their resistance to earth movement, and their resistance to pressure. These pipelines will be on different diameter, but they will be an upsize of the existing infrastructure. So it will, one, guarantee the longevity of the new infrastructure and the capacity, so we can move more water through these lines.
That makes me ecstatic, and I hope that with the bigger pipes come bigger pumps so that the water pressure can increase as well. Because I'm amazed that we do have the water. The pressure may be a little not wonderful because again it's on the hill, but that will be very good so that at the end of the day we can consume the water more regularly and not have to worry to try to get our chores done in time of scheduling whenever we're going to have water.
It is key to understand that Jamaica is well equipped with infrastructure, but it suffers from aging infrastructure. So the first point is you have to be able to renew infrastructure before they finish their life expectancy, if you see what I mean. The second is we have a growing population, even more on the northwestern parishes where that's the center of tourism, mass tourism in Jamaica, therefore the demand is high. And third, we will also suffer from climate change, and therefore the rain don't come when we want them to come. There are challenges in terms of quantity of rain and when they fall, so it's important to adapt infrastructure and have a vision so that we can plan for the years coming rather than trying to catch up from them.
That view of a growing demand is supported by a resident of Trelawny, Ricardo Comrie.
I'm near the commercial area. I'm in the middle. I'm seeing about 7 or 8 apartment complexes going up. Also, on the other side of the road from about the Trelawny signs to the Falmouth sign, there's a lot of commercial spaces. So it's needed, the infrastructure is needed. A lot of times, a lot of developments happen and they don't think about the right to live, which is water. And most people say, hey, I'd rather have the water than than the life. And so it's needed because, you know, you can do without life a couple of times, you don't have to do without the water. So it's a much needed project. I commend the NWC for doing this, and I look forward to getting a wonderful water supply than it was before.
Getting to a point where the project can now be executed involved several but necessary administrative processes. Glester Cunningham, the NWC's Vice President for Enterprise Development and Performance Monitoring, explains.
So there is a unit within what is called the Enterprise Development and Performance Monitoring Division, and that's called the Public-Private Partnerships and Project Finance Unit. In this case, they were responsible for the preparation of the PIAB submission, which allowed us to enter the project in the Public Investment Management System to be financed by the government of Jamaica. PIAB is a Public Investment Advisory Board. It's being funded by the government of Jamaica. It's a significant investment, a US $176 million project.
Minister with our portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, the Honorable Matthew Samuda, played a pivotal role in the realization of this pioneering water project.
After some significant lobbying on the part of the President and the Executive, the Minister with responsibility for water, Honorable Matthew Samuda, he is a champion for us to be honest. And he sought support from his fellow parliamentarians or cabinet members to find support for the NWC for this very, very important project. As I said, it's along the north coast, along the tourism belt, very, very important economically. It supports about 188,000 local residents. Well over 1 million tourists visit that part of the island on an annual basis. It's a significant investment for us.
And now everyone, including today's generation, is looking forward to the benefits to flow. Meet Jeremiah Clark Medina, an aspiring future medical doctor.
I think it's a very big thing, and I've been talking to my friends recently that farmer needs a lot of help actually, so I think it's very important. 5 years from now, I see myself finishing NCU and hopefully getting into medical school. Becoming a professional, you don't have to have that worry that water is a problem. So you can focus on the other important stuff, you know?
It's a view shared by another young person who hails from St. James.
That's actually good. You know, in the area that I live in, St. James, in the country area, it's not really running water. It's there in our community and I have access to it, however, because a lot of people are on the line and the pressure is not so good. It's kind of say one person is using it and then another person doesn't have water and then the person stops using it and the upper, yeah, so it's kind of like a thing. And then some areas of the community have full access to the water and other areas do not.
As part of the project, there will be the construction of the new Rio Bueno water treatment plant and the installation of a transmission main to benefit sections of St. Anne, including Runaway Bay and Ocherias. That development is being uploaded.
For growth. So if you guys really want to come in here and grow fast, I want this thing to just continue. I don't want any problem with water supply. Especially for my business, I don't want to have water turn off and the people can't use the bathroom and stuff like that. So I really wish you guys get it together and get it together good.
That would be great because there's so many areas in Runaway Bay that still don't have water, and water is at a central location and then persons have to go to that location to get water. So that would be an excellent idea.
The Western Resilience Water Improvement Project. It's about people-centered development. It's about quality service delivery. It's about improving lives.
By improving the water supply in the community, it will be very much appreciated. So because I'm paying up to about $10,000 like monthly for water supply in my community.
The NWC, through its parent ministry, the MEGJC, serving Jamaica in so many ways. The best way to predict the future.
Bold and transformative, our overview of the Western Resilience Water Project. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with me as we make welcome our Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness.
Trelawny bosses. No respect.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. And we see how wide-ranging this project is going to be, and the many, many, many communities that this will touch in the near future. That's such a great thing. Thank you again, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, no respect.
And having welcomed our Prime Minister, we're going to continue with the program. And this time we are going to hear from Mr. Timothy Delebar, Country Manager, Vinci Construction Grand Projects. Put your hands together for him as he comes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here today. I am so pleased to see us all gathered here in Trelawny. And this place is special to my heart. This is where the Jamaican career started 20 odd years ago. A wise man once told me, that's back in 2005, that Jamaica needed a ring pipe. A pipe that can move water across the island to address the regional and seasonal shortfall. This wise man goes by the name of E.G. Hunter, former NWC president. Well, I'm pleased to share with you an exciting new chapter for Vinci Construction and the National Water Commission. Last year, we were awarded the contract for the pre-engineering of the Western Water Resilience Program. We were tasked to provide an engineering solution to improve the flexibility in the transfer of water across the northwestern corridor from Holness to Negril. This phase enabled us to design an optimal solution for this ring pipe. Let's call it the water bed. And it aims at interconnecting the different cities along the north coast. So EG's vision is coming to reality. The purpose of the project is clear. It's in the name of the program, Western Water Resilience Program. It is to aim at making the western parishes more resilient by replacing the aging infrastructure, by significantly improving the supply of potable water across Jamaica northwestern parishes. And the need is urgent. Demand is rising, it's driven by population growth, thriving tourism sector, economic development, and is challenged by climate change and shifting rainfall patterns, and is placing additional stress on an already struggling system. This phase of the program consists in the design and construction of major new transmission pipeline, and the project stretches from Falmouth to Negril. It includes the supply and the installation of ductile iron pipeline, 500 millimeter, 600 millimeter, 700 and 800 millimeters, so large trunk mains. That makes it the largest pipeline project in the history of Jamaica. And the work will span over 3 years. Our teams and the local subcontractors will carry out extensive pipeline works all along the North Coast Main Road. We're fully committed to minimize traffic disruption. And for that, we'll engage with stakeholders at an early stage. We'll have to put strong traffic management measures to ensure the safety of our working team, the road users, and the public. We're also deeply aware of the environmental sensitivity of the region. The North Coast is a national treasure. We will take every precaution to protect its natural beauty and its biodiversity through the project. I would like to extend our sincere thanks to the Government of Jamaica, to the National Water Commission. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your collaboration and thank you for your bold vision. Launching a project of this scale and doing so in such record time, this is no small feat. We also thank all stakeholders and partners supporting this effort. As the chairman mentioned earlier, I think this project, we're not only building infrastructure, we are truly building resilience, opportunity, and stronger and better future for the people of Jamaica. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Timothy Delabar, and he is the country manager for Vinci Construction Grand Projects. Now, I'm glad you gave some warning so that persons know that there is going to be pain in pleasure. So it's not just going to happen overnight. You should anticipate a little bit of discomfort at some point in time, but it is all for the overall good at the end of the day. So the folks will have to be patient and be cooperative when it comes to traffic and all of that. And I'm really very happy that part of the consideration is the maintenance of the biodiversity and the natural beauty of the country. So thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a video presentation. This time, we're going to look at the impact of the project. Please turn your attention to the screen.
A new day is dawning for several communities in Western Jamaica. The Western Resilience Water Project is a game changer to improve the level of quality potable water for several major towns, such as Savannah Mar and Negril in Westmoreland, Montego Bay, Arnshore and Rosewall in St. James, and Duncans in Trelawny, just to name a few. As part of the overall project, existing transmission mains will be replaced and/or rehabilitated. Treatment plants, namely Martha Bray in Trelawny and Great River in St. James, will be expanded to increase water production capacity. Over in Westmoreland, there will be the expansion of the Roaring River Venture Water Treatment Plant and Transmission Main, while in St. Anne, residents can look forward to the construction of the new Riobuna Water Treatment Plant and the installation of a transmission main. These are large-scale water infrastructure developments that will positively impact lives and livelihoods. As the government breaks ground for phase 1 of the project that focuses on upgrading the existing transmission main between Montego Bay Great River Water Treatment Plant in St. James to the Queens of Spain new Martha Bray Water Treatment Plant system in Trelawny, it must be noted that it took hard work to get to this point. Marlene Balogun Ford should know. She's the current Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. Prior to this, however, she wore a different hat and worked alongside the Minister with our portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, the Honorable Matthew Samuda, to bring the project to a decisive juncture.
So the water project was declared a national project, a national strategic project, and that was done with my, let's just say, I ensure that it got to the Parliament on time, and interestingly, you know, for a long time, many were not sure how to proceed with projects like those. When I was in the role of Attorney General, I advised the government on an approach to take, and that has really made it possible for the mega projects to go through the system without glitches. So the water project is one of those projects, and I was happy to work alongside Minister Matthew Samuda to ensure that the order came to Parliament, which would then take it outside of the cumbersome procurement process and to the place where we can now do what needs to be done.
She's also the Member of Parliament for St. James West Central. The constituency will benefit from the project.
I have said to my St. James West Central constituents that the government has been working to deal with the water problem, and that in a short period of time, the water issues will be behind us. So in St. James West Central, we have the Great River plant. And in the neighboring Trelawny, we have the Martha Bray plant. And then over in Westmoreland, we have Logwood. So this project is going to be dealing with all of the issues from Trelawny into St. James over into Westmoreland, Hanover, of course, in between two. And I'm really excited because it was not just talk, but there is process and there is event. And the water infrastructure has been old, dilapidated, just no investment for many years. So we have water, but we don't have the infrastructure that will store the water properly, channel the water, distribute it, you name it, all parts of it. So I'm really excited because, you know, we just underestimate the misery factor when you turn on your pipes and you can't see the water.
The Western Parishes Corridor, which is the project area, is also central to Jamaica's tourism industry. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett notes that the project will benefit not only residents, but also the tourism industry. He's the Member of Parliament for St. James East Central.
We're very excited about the prospects of having adequate water supply in the Western Parishes. My constituency really suffers, as is well known, and the Martha Bray source, which is the largest source in Western Jamaica, except of course the Black River, which is on the southwestern side. But the Martha Bray, certainly from the northwestern side, is the largest source. And we are very elated by the fact that the government has enabled, you know, a resource support that will guarantee now the Western parishes to have adequate potable water. That's more than a critical fillip, because the bigger picture is that the communities around must not feel that they are denied water while the resorts have it. So to ensure that there is adequacy of supply for both is absolutely ideal.
A project of this magnitude is quite necessary, as several of the pipelines are old. They break often, and there are leaks along the transmission mains. Representative of Westmoreland Western Warland Wilson is quite familiar with this reality and underscores the importance of the project to residents.
This is magnanimous. I mean, for people in Western Jamaica in particular, this is welcome news. And if you speak to some of them, they will tell you that this is now overdue. New Western Jamaica in particular has been suffering from the water shortage for the better part of the last 30 years. In fact, we haven't had any major investment in our water infrastructure in that side of the island for quite some time. I think the last project was in Woolstead, in the constituency of Westmoreland Western. And for that reason, we have seen where the population has grown, we have seen where development has taken place with businesses, hotels have come into this space, have expanded, and that all have led to water in greater demand. We have not had the consequence or the reciprocal investment, and that is why this project is so important.
As part of the project, there will be additional production capacity at the new Martha Bray water treatment plant in Trelawny. This is part of several benefits for the people of that parish. Tova Hamilton is the representative for Trelawny Northern, and she is looking forward to the impact of the project on the lives of residents.
I would say that the Western Resilience Project is what real transformation looks like. I think having steady, reliable water in communities is very good, especially the communities that have been waiting for far too long. I think it is groundbreaking. I think residents will be very happy. We do have a water problem in Trelawny Northern, and I am hoping that a few communities will stop having anxiety at nights. I will declare though that we do have some areas that I would really love the NWC to have additional look on. But for this project, I'm very happy about it. I'm pleased. There are communities that are looking forward. And I will just hope that we will continue to choose Jamaica and choose vision and choose prosperity. And that water is not a luxury, it is a right.
Water is life. The commodity is precious. Member of Parliament for St. James Central Hero Clark believes that residents will appreciate the investment.
This is going to make sure that the old lines are taken out. We are going to put in bigger lines to take more water into the communities so that the resident will feel a lot comfortable.
Member of Parliament for Halifax Western Tamika Davis also believes the Western Resilience Water Project will go a far way to address the water challenges of that constituency.
This is absolutely great news. As you may be aware, in Western Hanover, we have challenges with water, and it is just great news because, as I understand it, the leg from Great River to Negril will be improved, and that is just great news. We are looking forward to the implementation and execution of this, and I know everyone in Hanover, be it Eastern or Western, will benefit greatly from this project.
Dave Brown, the Member of Parliament for Hanover Eastern, agrees.
It's a win-win for all, especially persons in the Hanover belt, because they've always this issue where we have been bypassed by the persons claim that we have been bypassed by the Great Water Supply system, which runs through the constituency and the parish.
The NWC partnering with MedJC to ensure
All right, Western Resilience Water Project. Just sharing there with some of our members of Parliament who understand how impactful this project is going to be. And we didn't see Dr. Chang up there, but we know that his constituency is also very much impacted, and it's going to be a blessing, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe. At this time, let me bring him to the lectern to speak with us. Our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Horace Chang. Put your hands together for him. Make him welcome.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, the short make a little bit my size shirts now, but too small. I don't recognize Honorable Holness, our Prime Minister. Welcome to this parish of Geelong, the Western region, as you're always. My colleague ministers, Minister Ed Bartlett, Minister of Tourism and Neighbouring Constituency, and Minister Samuda, who was on the way to the west, so he decided to stop and say that. Member of Parliament, and my colleague, Central, the Speaker of the House, MP Toba Hamilton, the councillors, the officials present, of course, Chairman of the Water Commission, the Managing Director of Vinci, my good friend Timothy Delbar. Oh, Homer, you're on this far right, this far now. My colleague Minister Homer Davis from Southern St. James, and many distinguished visitors and members of constituents from all across Western Jamaica, in particular Geelong and St. James. Good afternoon to you. I'm not sure why I was once like to speak up here, but first let me say I'm allowed to make a few remarks and say I hope the press will introduce the Prime Minister who needs no introduction. And my remarks may be interpreted by some different light, but we're a democratic country and elections are due this year, and every one of you have to make a decision in relation to your future and the future of the country. I think one of the things we do by the traditional lodges is we get out there and we vote. I'm a member of the Labour Party for many years, so to all the other members here, and they are members of the PNP. But we're a developing country, and I think I'd like to make a remark how to remind ourselves that government matters, policy matters, the problem matters for the country and we're going. I think I was asked to speak this morning because I've had some relations with water. And I met Timothy, while I was Minister of Water, and his good friend, late Etienne. And so that I mean easy to under the Managing Director of Water Commission. Water is life, and that's a truth. One of the main elements you cannot give it up. It is critical to the government. In Falmouth, the city had one of the first water development in the island. 1799, I think, was they started. At that time, that water supply was not only adequate, it was almost more than adequate. It came to the Martha Bay and made Falmouth one of the more prosperous cities in the North Coast. But eventually that went away. I think aspect of it that happened look like historical venues, banks of at the back of the motorway. Later on, they consecrated two water companies, National Water Authority, covered a series of systems, and then there's a corporate air system at the time, Kingston and St. Andrew water supply system. In 1980, the new government, the Jamaica Labour Party, created the National Water Commission, designed to provide a national body to supply the entire land at a professional level. We needed engineers, people who understand hydrology and others to develop a water system. That means not only developing production, but adequate distribution to meet the growing demand of a developing country and also contribute to the growth of the country. That, of course, required government that understood the demands of development and continued this. So, in fact, very early on, the system was, old water-based system came out of that National Water Commission. I had the privilege of being in the Water Commission in the first iteration of the Labour Party government between 2007 and 2011. By then, of course, the entire island had inadequate systems. It's a fact to say that parcel of political issue, it was a fact of life. And we initiated a program which was calculated to cost the country about $3 billion to begin to take our water supply system not only to be more resilient, as indicated in the title for the Western Resilient Water Project, but to provide adequate supply. And during that short 5-year term, of course, the cost of infrastructure on that side was never really thought about. So it took us a little while, but I was able to commit $700 million to water and this remit. Activated two projects associated with that. There was the KSA project for over $100 million, and we had a project from the Japanese for $89 million. And in a 12-month period, we were able to negotiate with Vinci and did it along similar lines as a national project and start a project that prevented the entire corporate from running out of water. It is hard to envisage that, but it didn't happen, so nobody appreciated it. But we had to rebuild the entire Constant Spring plant, which supplies 18 million gallons of water to Kingston, down to 10. And Kingston was going to appear in 2009 when Water University Hospital, the schools and that side of Kingston were active, closed in half day and sometimes not open at all. But we resolved that, but behind that we are designed enough, we have committed enough plan, or designed enough to extend water across them, including the system. In fact, we worked close with engineers and designed a system that said we require about $3 billion US. The government changed and everything stopped, like you turn a door and lock it. Lucky. They were able to complete the project in the corporate area to make a water sector improvement project. Those are some things we are aware of and the water comes aware of, which ensured that we have water in Kingston to drink today. Nothing was done otherwise to continue a program that was crucial to the development of the country. I said the project in the Water Commission just stopped. Like you close the door and lock the key. And that's a fact of history. Not doing what the government changed, plans changed, programs changed, and the entire rehabilitation of the water system stopped. And it was inevitable. I'm going to keep you all day for a long enough time to speak. That other implications for the corporate here, but that project, those projects that are initiated on the Jamaica Water Sector Improvement, activated in the KSA program, which, interestingly, right, government and leadership matters. We're going to hear the points of why. The funding for the KSA program sat in the Bank of Jamaica for 9 years and was not used. 9 long years without being used. The proposal is to go over that. The JICA program was on for nearly 7 years, and when it was completed, and the Japanese ambassador called me to thank me for ensuring it was executed. Those projects ensure that Kingston had water. That we have had no more complaints in Spanish Town, and aspects of the sector of Kingston. There's still a problem with the Prime Minister. But had we continued the program, and not a program is a never does program in here. It's something that if you go to the engineering department, they have designs. If you go to the water commission, they have them documented. That we could have executed. All it took was a decision, required a decision by the government of the day to make that we needed to institute these activities. We would never have had the problem we're having today. Just today, when I got up this morning to indicate that I'm getting ready to come to Shillong. But the first news I got from my minister was that the main line from Martha to Montego Bay had break again. It is so old, once you put the pressure on it, goes right before the police station, one more pipeline down. Which means my entire constituency of a population of 100,000 is without water, without running water. It's not like a little rural district where you want running water, but you can send a truck of water in there to get water. You can fill a tank on the roadside and some people will catch on this primitive, but they will get water. There's no way you can truck water to 100,000 people. We're talking the 20,000 houses. My colleague here Clark is in the same boat. There's no water between Central and Northwest St. James. My friend Ed Bartlett has major problem, but not the 100%. He's got that big area. So too my colleague who spoke earlier, Ms. Barlingford. And that is all because this system should have been changed a long time ago. And that's why I say without apology, government matters, leadership matters. Had we continued to execute on the program of rehabilitation for the Water Commission, this would not have happened. What happened in Montego Bay would not be happening. And therefore it is to the commendation of not the Water Commission, but the Prime Minister, who initiated a program of this sort to ensure Jamaica's infrastructure is resilient, but not only resilient, is future-proof. So that Minister Bartlett can seek negotiations to build hotels that near the water, not broken mains every time the hotel come on. A hotel takes of the size being built, like out by Anshore, will require up to 3 million gallons of water per day to keep active. But it requires, you cannot wait until the hotel is built to put the water there. Our guests will come and leave at the hotel not open. And that's why government matters. So I'm not asked to where to vote, though, but was think about what you do. But this is a democracy. So I'm not talking to the general this morning. I'm talking to a public servant, elected public servant, because sometimes we just have nothing will go on, nothing will happen. Government matters and leadership matters. Strong leadership for the Prime Minister to commit this kind of money. $176 billion here. It's the only government that's committed this kind of money. In 2008, 2009, the Labour Party government that committed $211 million to ensure that Keystone still have water to drink. And the process, we are doing the infrastructure and highways initiated large funding to complete that process here. So today I'm very pleased to be here, despite of the challenge of this morning, when I said my constituency on the water. And because it's an urban area, the water trucks are out too much, and the water trucks themselves are old, in trouble. And I can't say what they have to do, but I find trucks that have tanks and tell them go get water out here. And of course I want to thank the Water Commission leadership in Montego Bay to allow me to allow those trucks to go to the water, because I have to get water in the community. Advise the community to get the water, and if they want to drink, they will boil it or they'll buy drinking water. But they need water for a lot of things, and we have had to commandeer literally trucks around Montego Bay and we're getting some water out. And as to give thanks to the Water Commission, we're not supposed to just give out water like that, but in the face of what we have, they are incorporating. But this morning, it's certainly pleasing to be here as we launch the Western Resilience Water Project, which will see the pipeline laid out by the Vice President of Vinci, who is here in charge of Jamaica, across the northwestern region. Ultimately, we'll have to do the circle for the island, Timothy, and maybe you're young enough to be here, and we'll be there long enough to start it. I'm confident this Prime Minister will ensure we start the process. You can go right around the island immediately, but we're going to take some of all this water on the north side and get to the south. But the entire North Coast, the Western region, and the South Coast will have adequate potable water. Jamaica has adequate potable water. What we need is the infrastructure to produce and distribute. And this government, under the leadership of Holness, is committed to ensuring that, because water is fundamental to development in any society. Again, Marisa, I'm looking straight at the other government. That's the thing without the yellow shirt. Meeting earlier. My member of Parliament from the South, who has tremendous water problem. She will not benefit from this one, but I think the Coast River is coming very nearby. There's work being done to ensure the community have water. In fact, Mr. Hampton was sitting and a little bit happy to see this water project, to tell him that all over North Shore, the water is on the coastline, but there's a water show and water. I will venture to prepare to anticipate my minister, who have a lot of things to talk about, and tell him that the boundary of Powell should be operational today, and he will come back again. And that's the water show thing, right? Ensure it is going. The commitment of the government, this government, is to ensure that the basic infrastructure is in place to accommodate development for commercial and residential. There are big issues that Andrew will start to face as Prime Minister. Infrastructure, roadways, is building highways. We started discussing the perimeter road in 2003. It is 20 years later, and Jones as Prime Minister started that road to bring relief and development opportunities to Montego Bay and create the conditions that are down here. Water we're discussing all along. In fact, in that same year, and he has committed to doing it. We have been dealing with the murder rates of over 1,000 from 2020. With his investment, the policy created that he has directed to me as National Security Minister, we see murder rate going down. And in urban areas, like my constituency, we see night activities again, from futsal to prayer meetings, active, and people go about their business peacefully. It is his commitment to tackle the big challenges and provide a foundation of development. This is one more major project, using Jamaica's money, because the giant in the room was always how we manage the economy. And this project is being financed by dollars and cents from the taxpayers' money. So with all the talk their own, it's your money. Jamaicans can talk again, without any increase in tax for 9 years, that across the country we are doing major infrastructure projects. Not a little thing, not a little cross road. People are getting real jobs in hotels, real jobs everywhere. And at the same time, we are seeing our infrastructure go to development levels. That's the commitment of our Prime Minister, and I want to say my privilege and pleasure to be beside him. And it's a privilege this morning to again be participating in one more major project built by Labour for the people of Jamaica. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Honourable Dr. Horace Chang. Thank you for giving us a little bit of the history, taking us back and putting things into perspective as we work to future-proofing our water infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable Matthew Samuda is Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. He is with us this afternoon, and it is my pleasure to bring him to the lectern. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremonies. Allow me to briefly acknowledge Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Dr. Andrew Holness, Deputy Prime Minister Horace Chang, Minister Ed Bartlett, colleague Minister Homer Davis, MPs, especially Madam Tova Hilton and Marissa Dalrymple Philibert. Thank you for having us in Trelawny this afternoon. Allow me to also acknowledge the senior management team of the National Water Commission and indeed the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation led by Madam Arlene Williams. Of course, allow me to welcome Vinci, and I will dive into the substance of the presentation. Now, a lot has been made about the transformational nature of this project. And before we get into the substance of this project, one of the issues I would like to deal with frontally, Madam MP, is that often when you do these national projects that seek water going across parish borders, going across constituency borders, the question is asked, as it was asked of us at the Pepper Wells Prime Minister, why are you moving my water and I have particular challenges within proximity? So Madam MP, before we get into the substance of this particular project, I'm happy to report that the issues that you're facing in Bounty Hall will be resolved before the end of July. The Bounty Hall system has a 2 million gallon tank, and that tank is being reconfigured and fixed. We are installing standby pumps, and we're also doing some pipe work. This will boost supply within this area to Bounty Hall with over an additional 1 million gallons daily, Madam MP. So as your constituents listen, and those listen externally and certainly nationally, I want them to understand that we're also fixing the smaller systems in both northern and southern Trelawny. We're not taking your water and moving elsewhere, we're also fixing the distribution issues within this constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a transformational national project. This project is a commitment made, a commitment kept. This project is truly a national strategic development project. But what it is a genuine transformation of water distribution along the North Coast. And that transformation will benefit residential customers, it will benefit commercial customers. And oftentimes when we talk about water challenges in the grill because of the logwood treatment plant, persons can't quite wrap their minds around why are we also speaking about Martha Brady? Why are we speaking about Adwaterville in St. Mary? Why are we speaking about the White River treatment plant on the boundary with St. Mary and St. Anne? Why are we speaking about Great River? Because they seem so far away. And I think Timothy in his earlier presentation, and certainly Dr. Chang, would have explained that this project seeks to achieve interlinkage between our varying water sources across the length and breadth of the North Coast. And it truly seeks to achieve resilience brought about from stable water supply. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive undertaking that is a subset of a broader transformation taking place within the water sector in Jamaica. Because of a well-run